Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 212A. It's a Tier 9 Soviet SPG. It's located on the east spawn of Airfield, and it's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. Yes, it's under the command of Oxagon, and he's one of the new players who've been submitting replays to us since a certain gentleman from Poland came onto our channel. And I think other people have actually started noticing that there is an Arty friendly channel on YouTube. Well, apart from Dr. Nix, that is, because of course he's been there for ages. Anyway, let's see what Oxagon can do in the 212A. Now, 3 marks of excellence means he's played this Arty a lot, and with playing it a lot, you pick up a lot of tricks, a lot of ability to dial in quickly on the enemy and get good hits on them, and get huge amounts of stun assist by hitting the right targets. He's gone to the south, which is where I normally go, actually, I must admit. I'll give away my secrets there. Yes, I go to the south because there are plenty of places in the south where you've got lots of angles on the enemy, and you can hit the heavy tanks in the heavy tank alley and really annoy the enemy tanks in the process. Rounds out the projectile, direct hit, 376, and he picked up loads of stun assist afterwards. So he's off to a good start, and he's reloading. Standard reload is 37.39 seconds, and Oxagon's got a reload I think is about 30, but we'll see that any second when it comes up and says he's lining it up for the Kunstpanzer. 28.65 is his reload time. Rounds out. Direct hit. Oh, it's a pen. He got a pen. The alpha is 900. He just scored 927 hit points of damage on the Kunstpanzer. So he definitely went through the armor. Nice shot. So already he's over 1,351 hit points of damage in just 2 shots. That's a huge score already. Now, our Type 61 moving up to try and find that Kunstpanzer, but he's pulled back. I think he's a bit worried about getting hit again. But over in the heavy tank alley, there's a huge number, but this is a better target. The Scorpion G, very thin on armor, very vulnerable to multi-round. Rounds out, long fight, and another pen! 962, and he goes down immediately afterwards, which means he got the whole value because he gets the others as stun assist. And looking at heavy tank alley now, we got 2 tanks together, a 252U rather, the plainclothes version of the Defender, and a Conqueror as well alongside him. So the Conqueror's pulled back, probably because he knows that there's trouble. We're waiting for the right moment. He fires the round in at the Conqueror and gets a hit for 215. Must have hit the heavy armor. But you can see the 252U set up that wreck as a barrier to stop our guys from getting shots. And our IS-32's actually got another wreck himself to actually hide behind. But these two are going to make perfect targets, and we're almost loaded. Yeah, they just blasted, so they pulled back, but we're about to go. We might get a hit on both here. Rounds out, and it lands between the two and splashes them both. Nicely aimed. I think he was actually after the 252U, but the shell landed virtually between the 2 tanks and splashed both of them at the same time and stunned both of them. The 252U has cleared his stun a little quicker, but he's still sticking around, and here comes the Conqueror getting ready for another shot. They're pulling back. Rounds out. Oh, that's the first shot where it's actually fallen short. So all he managed to get was 34 of splash from that one. But he did pick up some stun assist. The Conqueror is now 1 shot. He'd easily get the kill on that one. The Object Treble 7 version 2 is, well, so long as he's hanging around there, we can't get a hit. But he's moved out of cover, and now he's vulnerable. Rounds out, he's pulling back, and another! I think that was a direct hit, but I think again it hit the heavy armor. Only 128 off that one. Meanwhile, to the south, we can see that the enemy has lost their Kunstpanzer. It was one of their best players. And they're now threatening the enemy rear. We've got an Su-130PM, again, another tank destroyer with very thin armor. He's lined up, ready to go. The Su-130PM pulls back, rounds out. This should be a hit. Oh my god, it's another pen, but it's a low pen this time. 836. So he's had 3 penetrations on the enemy so far. And all in all, he's absolutely rocketing away with the score. He's just under 4k of actual damage so far. The team's up by 3. And Oxagon's done a lot of that, because he's stripped the enemy of their hit points. Rounds out the 777. Oh, he gets the kill this time. Another brilliant shot. Takes out one of the enemy tanks. So now he's got a kill on his books. And he's looking to get the IS-3-2. That 252U's pulled back just a little too far, I think, for us to hit it for the moment. But he's almost loaded. We just can't see the IS-3-2 at the moment. We know that he might be there. There's no other enemy tanks in sight. If the Lurva can find one for us, then maybe we might be able to do something. I think that ENJ0Y might actually be in the bushes. But they found another one. It's an UDES 16. Lining up the shot. Round out. Looks good. Well, splash for 171. Okay, we still don't have any sight of the enemy now. All of them gone to ground. I think they've managed to equal the score and got it up to 7 apiece. And when we can see that Oxagon has managed to get 20% of the enemy hit pool, so he might get a high caliber out of this. Okay, the ENJ0Y is below Temple Mount now. He must have pulled out of there fairly quickly when he saw our guys pulling forward. Oh, it's got the kill! And I think that was a pen shot on the ENJ0Y. Very thin armor. Yep, that's a beautiful shot. Takes out the ENJ0Y. Worked out where he was backing up. If you know the habits of these little tanks, when they stop and decide to turn around, and they, for a brief moment, they're stationary, and then you lob the shell in there, and, well, that was a beautiful one. So now 2 kills. He must have, well, he's just shy of 5,000 hit points now. We can't get a shot on the IS-3-2 at the moment. Our IS-3-2 needs to hold back and wait for the enemy one to push forward, and then Oxagon might be able to get a shot on him. But up there we've got a Tortoise, so we're going to hit him first. Dialing in, almost ready. Rounds out, looks good. And 293 hit points, and the Concept 1B gets the spotting off that one, because he proximity spotted the Tortoise. Now he could go around the corner and deal with that 252U. But down in the south, we've got a UDES 16, the same one we hit before. He's fighting it out with the Lurva over that ridge line. Now, is he going to push forward again? He is pushing forward, but now we've got the Su-130PM in sight. Now, he could kill the Su-130PM, but he's going to go for the UDES 60. And another hit. 367 this one, and he got some stun assist off that as well. Did he? No, he didn't get stun assist. Unfortunately, he got rid of the stun fairly quickly. And now we've got our TVP DTU. Oh, he went down to the UDES 16. But the kill shot came in from the Progetto 46. So the UDES is down. And now we're aiming to get a shot on the Su-130PM. Just lining it up. Unfortunately, he's got a red line, which means obviously he's going to hit the rock before he hits the Su-130PM. So he's selecting a different target. If that Su-130PM goes to the very south next to the coast, he might be able to get a hit on him. Instead, he's going for the Object 252U. Rounds out. Well, he stopped him. He's managed to track him, holding him in place. The Concept 1B is going in to look for that Tortoise again. He's not there. He's not up in the pocket. If he was in the pocket, I think he would have got a proximity spot, but he didn't, which kind of makes me think that the Tortoise may have pulled back. And we'll find out, because the Concept 1B is going around the rock, around the edge of the pocket. He's waiting there for the moment. There's the SU-130PM, and oh, now the Concept 1B got a long-range shot on him, all the way up from the pocket. That's why he stopped. He was actually aiming. And there's the Shush PTK. PTK, yes. I often get that wrong. Ram's out. Oh, that was a carefully judged one. And he gets the hit again. 395 this time from a splash. He's over 6k of damage now. He's racking up the score. This is a really high scoring game in terms of damage. We don't know where the Tortoise is at the moment. Our IS-32 doesn't have much in the way of hit points, so you need to be careful. The enemy Arty's just been spotted, back chat, and he's slotted. And we now can see the Shush PTK. Rounds out. Falls short. It wasn't fully dialed in. The Tortoise has been found, and the IS-32 is going for the kill. Oh, he gets it! I think he did a double hit there. He went around the Tortoise and juked him with two, and he's out the game. Now we're going for the Shush PTK. Note the Progetto gets him, and that is the end of the game. Wow. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game from Oxagon in the 212A. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 17. He got a Gauze medal because he did more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and he really did go for it. Look at that number of enemy tanks that he hit, as well as the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And I would be surprised if he hadn't got that one, because he earns so much in the way of hit points. Let's have a look at team score and see where he was. Well, he definitely got the highest score in the game with 6,085 hit points. The next highest scorer was in fact the Concept 1B on his own team with 3,860. And the third highest was the Object 252U on the enemy team. He managed 3,741. When it came to kills though, it was the Progetto who did the best with 4 kills. IS-32 managed to get 3 kills. And then it's 2 kills for Oxagon, the T95, the IS-32 on the enemy team, their UDES 16 and their Object 252U. And when it came to base XP, it's the Concept 1B who pips him there. You can see he got 1,163, whereas Oxagon managed to get 1,125, just a short way behind. And then the IS-32 managed 1,056. Those are the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base during that game. He fired 16 shots in the game, got 8 direct hits on the enemy and 4 penetrations, and I read them off as they were happening, and the last one being the ELC. But they were really big hits, I mean massive hits, and they turned the tide of the battle really, because once those enemy tanks were hit, especially when that Scorpion was in a perfect position to snipe at our guys as they were pushing forward, but once he actually landed that round on him, he was ineffective and taken out split second later. And then, of course, he took out the hit on that ELC, that little ELC, splattered him on the rear side of Temple Mount, and of course that shot on the SU-130PM as well. Massive amounts of damage collected from pen shots. 11 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, so there's a 9 difference there. That's why you got the Confederate. 900 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns. 43,277 credits on a premium count, 19,475 from battle payments, 65,000 from mission completion, 149,391 altogether, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables took away 98,831 credits profit. A decent score for a decent game. And 1,125 XP for the battle, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,376 experience points altogether, as he documents what is actually in this game. That's a very good game in the 212 and just shows how good it really can be. It's definitely on a par with the M53, M55 in terms of capability, because it dials in on the enemy so quickly. But it has got the capability of getting pen shots when you want it, and you saw in that game 4 penetrations on the enemy. And yeah, he definitely rocked that one for his team. So very well done to Oxagon. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.